it's not hoarding if it's books, it's a library. Which is nice. It sounds sophisticated even though it kind of is a problem. I lived a good chunk of my 20s on about $1,000 a month. That seems ridiculous, and it kind of was. And yet, during that time, because I kind of have a problem, I still bought books. A great resource when you're broke as fuck and you have a reading problem is the library. Something a lot of people don't know, I didn't really know, was you can make requests to the library for them to buy new books. If you know there's a great book about to come out, or one that has come out that you think that you would really like to read, you can make a request and they might buy it. There's actually a good probability, especially if it's one that's doing really well. So for instance, the library here, they still don't have Winds of Winter, the next book in the Song of Ice and Fire series, and I want to get my hands on it. So I put in a request and hopefully they'll buy it soon because I need to know. The last place I lived, the library also did this fantastic thing, and check it out, your library might do it too, where twice a year they would have this big sale, and the first day or so you could pay an entry fee, which was like $2 or something, and then you could go in and I think it was like hardcovers were like $3 or something, soft covers were $1, but me at the time, that was still too much. The next couple days, what they did was everything was half price. By the end of the sale, they did something that was absolutely fantastic, and that was the day that I would always go. And it was, you paid, I think it was like $5 or something for a bag. And you got to bring in a bag, like a paper bag, and fill it with books. $5. That is like every bibliophile's dream. And at the last day, like at the end of the last day, they didn't even care. Like people would be coming with like duffel bags. It was ridiculous. Those like reusable grocery bags that like can fit way more than a paper bag. People had those like overflowing and tucking books in their arms, and the people were like, yeah, it counts as one, whatever. Because they were just trying to get rid of them at that point. Something else to look for are secondhand stores. There's one in Marquette, Michigan called Snowbound, and it's amazing. It's what you wish a bookstore would be. You walk in and it's just like floor-to-ceiling books. It's glorious. So check out your library, see if that's something they do, and if it's not something they do, ask that, like, just pitch them the idea. Who knows? Maybe they'll start. Another great source, thriftbooks.com. They have various conditions, different tiers of books, so you can get new books, and as you can see, they're brand new, so they look great, they're just fine. And then there's used like new. A lot of those ones come from libraries, so they have library stamps on them. And as you can see now that this one is getting lower on the tier of quality, the edges are turned up and the cover is a little messed up, but like the book itself is still in great condition. So when I read this, I'm not going to be, there's no pages missing or anything like that. This is as bad as it gets. This is considered an acceptable book. So you can see, basically, it's just the cover is creased as fuck. There's some dog earring and things like that, but like there aren't any pages missing. So it's not gorgeous to look at, but if you just need to get your hands on some more books, you don't really care about the cover being gorgeous, then the acceptable is going to be acceptable. Also consider audiobooks. You can find those at your library. A lot of times you can download them for a while for free, or I've actually found there's a whole channel on YouTube just for audiobooks, and it's completely free. So I'll link that below. Yeah, if you've got any other resources that you found, buying books is kind of a dying art, unfortunately, so we need as much help as we can get. So share those below, and thank you for watching. So the time you took to watch this, any likes, subscribes, are all widely appreciated. And until next time. As someone that obviously has a big of a